When we're young, life feels simple. We have dreams, big ones, clear ones, and we believe we're going to do something meaningful with our time here. But somewhere along the way, things get noisy. Comfort creeps in, distractions creep in, and slowly, without even noticing, we trade our ambitions for routine. We stop chasing the things that once excited us until one day you wake up and ask yourself, what went wrong? Now, the good news is the life you wanted is still there. You just have to become the person capable of living it. This is how to unfuck your life.
In 2022, I ran my first ultramarathon, 100k in one go. In 2023, I ran the length of the entire London Underground, 572 kilometers over 11 days. In 2024, I ran to every capital city of the United Kingdom and Ireland, 960 kilometers in 11 days as well. In 2025, I raced the BPN Go One More Ultramarathon, which was 102 miles over 25 hours in 40-degree Texas heat. And in 2026, I'll be trying that race again, back in Texas, because apparently once wasn't enough for me. I want to try that again. But here is the truth. I did not start running ultramarathons because I was some super disciplined athlete. I started because my life felt messy. I lacked structure, I lacked direction, but most importantly, I lacked self-belief. Now, running absurd distances didn't just change my fitness, it unfucked my life. And I'm going to explain to you guys how. There is a moment, and most people know it. It is when your current habits are not taking you where you want to go. You're scrolling too much, you're drinking too much, saying yes to things you don't really care about, avoiding the hard conversations, and avoiding the work. For me, it was a slow build. I was inconsistent. I'd get motivated for a week and then I'd fall off. I would set goals and then sabotage them. I blamed time, I blamed stress, I blamed everything except for myself. The truth was simple. I lacked discipline, I lacked direction, and most importantly, I lacked self-respect. Now, signing up for an ultramarathon forced me to confront all three things, because you cannot bullshit your way through 100 kilometers. You can't bluff your way through an ultra, and you cannot negotiate with the distance. It will expose you. When I started running, I was not an ultra runner. I was just a guy who decided to run further than he'd ever done before. And here are the three elements to that which changed my life. First of all is structure. Training gave my week's shape. Long runs on Saturday, speed work on Tuesdays, strength sessions most days, and recovery. Sleep mattered, nutrition mattered, fueling mattered. When you have a big physical goal that scares you, your decisions start to align. You stop asking, what do I feel like doing today? And you start asking, what does this goal require? Number two is discomfort. Most people try and optimize their lives for comfort. It's why we can order food at the touch of a button. It's why we can take an Uber anywhere we need to go. Everything around us is built for our own comfortability. And whilst that is great in some aspects, it means that discomfort in our daily lives is a lot harder to come by, so we have to find a way to impose it upon ourselves. Now, training for ultramarathons forces you into discomfort on purpose. Cold mornings, sore legs, lonely miles, doubt, all of these things are incredibly uncomfortable. And what happens when you repeatedly choose discomfort? You end up building proof within yourself. Proof that you can handle hard things. Proof that you don't quit when it hurts. And proof that you're a lot more capable than you thought. And that proof bleeds into everything else. Business, relationships, creative work, confidence. It spreads across every element of your life. And number three is identity, which is probably the biggest part of this. I stopped trying to be motivated and I became someone who runs. When you change your identity, your behaviors tend to follow. I was no longer asking, should I go for a run? I was thinking, I'm an ultramarathoner, I run. This is what I do. This is my identity now. And slowly my standards rose from there. Now, let me be clear. Running ultras didn't magically fix my life. There were races that I wanted to quit, training blocks that I was exhausted throughout, and lots of moments where I was questioning, why am I even doing this in the first place? I ran through heat that I thought was unbearable. I've hit walls so hard that I thought I was completely done. And I doubted myself so deeply during these moments. But each one of those moments became a lesson. When you're 70 miles into a race, you strip away your ego completely. In those moments, nobody cares about your pace. Nobody cares about your Instagram. Nobody cares about your excuses. It's just you and your next step. And in those moments, you learn something powerful. Progress is not dramatic. It's not sexy and it's not loud. It's simply one step, then another, then another. Unfucking your life works pretty much the exact same way. You wake up earlier, you train when you said you were gonna train, you have a difficult conversation, you say no, and you just keep going. It's small, disciplined actions repeated relentlessly. You do not need to run 100 miles, but you do need a mountain. Something that scares you, something that demands more of you, and something that forces you to level up. Here is what I would suggest to you. 1, pick a hard physical goal. Talking marathon, half marathon, ultra marathon, triathlon, Ironman, climb a mountain, whatever it is, pick a goal that scares you.
Number 2 is you build the non-negotiables. This is important. For me, it was running every day, but for you, it could be going to the gym 4 times a week, reading for 20 minutes a day, no alcohol during the week. Whatever it is, pick something that is a non-negotiable. It gets done. Number 3 is to stop negotiating with yourself. Every time you break a promise to yourself, your confidence drops. Every time you keep on, it rises. You need to remember that self-trust is built in the smallest of moments and the smallest of actions. And number 4 is to focus on your identity, not on the outcomes. Don't be obsessed with the finish line. The finish line doesn't really matter too much. What matters is your identity, who you identify as in order to get to that finish line. Being someone who runs every single day, being someone who trains consistently, that is the identity to which you need to understand and take on yourself. Don't obsess over being the person with the medal. Obsess being the type of person that can achieve the medal. Outcomes follow identity, so focus on the identity first. Becoming an ultramarathoner did not make my life perfect by any means, but it gave me direction, it gave me discipline, but most importantly is it gave me self-respect. It also showed me that you can change, because I did. I changed. I became a completely different person. Not overnight, day by day. Now, if your life feels messy right now, good. That means that you're aware and you want something more, and that's a good sign for you. So, what you're gonna do is this: pick something hard, commit to it, and let it reshape you. You don't need to unfuck your entire life. You just need to take the next step, and then another.